Welcome to another episode of AKR M.E Fitness Meet the Team. Now we're here with who? Jessica.
Robinson.
Okay. So what's going on, Jess? Sure.
Yes,
So what's your athletic background? You have an athletic background?
I am a trained dancer for, I guess, 20 years. Yeah. I've been dancing since middle school.
See, I didn't know that.
Yes.
So
trained in ballet, jazz, contemporary, just all of the modern arts. I went to a performing arts school all the way up to high school.
Okay.
So, and have been training. I also taught when I graduated high school. Went to Miles College and danced on the dance team.
Okay.
And the coach at that time was Miss Ebony Arrington.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask you about because that's where a lot of people dance through her.
She had a dance company. She still does. Miss Ebony Arrington Dance Performing. And I taught there for years. Actually, after I had my first daughter, I taught there all the way up until my baby girl was maybe about 2 or 3 years old. Mm-hmm. And then once I moved up in my career field of property management, it was just hard for me to continue teaching. So at that particular point, I went to doing private, teaching and choreographing for those who asked me to.
Okay.
So I do a lot for the inner city schools and their dance teams.
Okay, that's what's up. So did your athletic background get you started working out, or was it something else that got you started working out?
I would say so. When you get to a point where all you do is move, you can't help but to. Like I said, I was in the band in my high school years. I was also in the performing arts dance team, but I was also in, a marching band. And I was a dance girl in a marching band. Dance camp or band camp, you have to be up at the crack of dawn. And I think that's why my body is so hell-bent on getting up at 4 and 5 o'clock.
You're still acclimated to it.
Right, 4 and 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, running or trying to be athletic. That's where I feel that my body wants to give the most.
So
when it's early in the morning.
So you're still. So they definitely from what you were past.
Right.
So how long have you been working out?
But I would say for years, but once I stopped teaching dance on a regular basis, that's when I began to really get a workout regimen. Shout out to Jermaine, who is somebody that I used in the beginning through a friend, and after work I just worked out 3 to 4 days a week, and it had become something that I absolutely love to do. And then again, with my profession, it was like a tug of.
Welcome back to AKR M.E Fitness Meet the Teams. Yesterday, got cut off. My camera died, so I'm piecing these two interviews together. So you're gonna be straight. Good. So I think the last question I asked was, did your athletic background get you started working out? And you answered that one. So the next question was, how long have you been working out?
Like I said, just because of, what I chose to do extracurricular in regards to, arts. I think I've just always just been active, but seriously, after I stopped teaching. After I stopped teaching full-time dance, I didn't have that activity like I was used to, so I started working out with another group, thanks to my sister, my cousin, and just have been working out since then. But my career profession, which is property management, managing apartments. Just when you become the property manager, it just is too much. So that coupled with being a mom and having two active children, having extracurricular activities, I had to put myself on the back burner because it was a comfort thing. And then, mentally drained, physically drained, and if you're mentally drained, you can't make yourself do it. So I had to take a step back, from it. And it was missed. It definitely was missed.
Understood.
Definitely.
How long you been working out with me?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah. When did I start getting your sister coming?
I don't know. You started before you got her to come, no? Because when you
I was trying to convince her. Yeah. Now.
When we realized that you knew my sister.
Right, which was the first day that I came in. I was I don't know what I was getting ready to work on, but the day before that I was working on legs, and I know when I came in here,
we was doing abs.
You was doing abs, and I was hurting for 5 days. I was hurting for 5 days because I had just did legs this day, and I didn't realize just how
much you need your legs
in order to work the core, right? Yeah. So my run anniversary should be around December, January sometime when I started back really running. So I know I started going back to the gym between January and February. So, and I started doing 2-a-days after my birthday. So I'm gonna say around March. And I say 2-a-days because I will run in the morning and then try to work out in the
2-a-day. Right. So do you prefer group workouts or working out alone?
Oh my gosh. For a newcomer, for me, at first, anything that was not dance, anything that was not dance, I had to have somebody. I can always work out, I can run by myself, but I like the motivation and the group setting. Not because I can do it by myself, because I can motivate myself, obviously, but it encourages you to want to work more.
Yeah, that was the next question. What benefits do you think there are when it comes to group workouts?
It definitely, it's a camaraderie. I believe that we were put on this earth to be a change and to affect others. Yeah. And you cannot do that singularly. Yeah.
That's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Right. Right. And I know sometimes money, finances can be, an issue which will cause people not to. However, anybody that's looking to get in the group or anything like I strongly, because that motivation, that support, it does. It does help, even when you're not inspired to do it for that particular day.
Yeah. What benefits do you think there are when it comes to working out alone?
You can be more focused on what you need to do, not necessarily that you can't be focused in a group setting, but you can really focus on your the areas that you need work on versus doing something in a group setting, because everybody may not be able to do the same thing. And you can't always satisfy everybody. So you as a coach or being a dance instructor, you have to find a happy medium, come up with a schedule. So doing it by yourself, you get to work on those target things that you want to, work on.
So what's the difference between having a trainer and going it on your own?
Okay, so doing it on your own, unless you've been doing it for a while and you research and you really, study what you're doing, you're just going in it blind and you're just working. It's harder for you to see a return on what you're doing if you don't have any guidance. It's like the blind would be blind. I could not have done as much as I'm doing now had not already been for somebody that I had already had physical training with. You know, with you, every time you give us something, I'm like, okay, so what's that? Because now that I already know what it is, now I want to learn, okay, what's the name? Yeah. What position does it work? Because I want to know if that's a problem area for me. So when I am in a singular setting, I can work on those and I actually know the terminology for it. So.
For sure. What are your current fitness goals and what motivates you to train now?
In my big age, I'll be 42, February, Aquarius. So I think for me now is my mental state. My career path, which I'm so thankful and blessed for, and no by any means is it always sunshine. It can be, but the last, community that I had, it definitely was something every single day. And you could tell I felt like you could tell in the physical. So if internally, if I was, stressed out, all of that, and then what you are on the inside starts to show. So for me, getting back into fitness compared to what it was beforehand is more mental for me. It was a way for me to be more docile or not as...
Helps calm you down.
It helps calm me down.
That's why I work out.
Right. In a environment that I was in this last asset or property, it was always rah, ready to go. I was always anticipating what is going to happen today. What fire am I going to have to put out today? I always had to keep my head on the swivel. So if I was going in with that energy, it didn't take anything for somebody to just set me off. And me being the head, I don't want to give that same energy to the people that I motivate every day, to the people that's on my team every day, to the people that work under me and choose to work under me. I have to set, a tone, even though it may be somewhat quote unquote hostile environment. I don't have to start my day like that. I choose to. So I chose to get up every morning and run and try to work out for my mental state. So that way I can get some sleep. Literally, I was gaining weight because of stress. And when you know your body, you know what things make you do good. And again, at this big age, come to realize that stress is a big thing in regards to me gaining weight. For one reason, I create a lot of cortisol. I don't know, but it's stress. So that was a way for me to calm my nerves.
I understand.
Right.
So that's one of the things that I like to stress too. Start your day off with the workout, and it kind of washes away the stress of yesterday and lets you get a fresh start.
Anything that you could not sleep off.
Yeah.
If you couldn't sleep because you had a stress, because stress will affect your sleep. It was affecting my sleep. Most men are the ones that just sleep on the couch and on in my household, if I'm coming through the door from work and I'm like, after I'm having to tend to my children, grandchild, all of that, I sit on the couch and then all of a sudden I'm waking up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Something's wrong. Yeah. So I needed to work out. I needed to burn off all of it. Keep my mind from just moving.
So what's your favorite body part to train?
Legs. Not because I just want to, because I used to tell my old and he was like, why? I said, I don't want to live legs. I already got big legs. I already got big legs. Like, I don't want it to get bigger. And of course, that's until you know better, you do better. And so, of course, that's what a lot of women used to think. You're going to get big, you're going to get bulky. But when we started to do it, and I, really got into it, I really didn't get into it until this year, actually. I can see a difference, and I know you can lift weights without being bulky. It's just a matter of, how many reps compared to how much weight you do. So my legs would be the main thing. Why? Because I am noticing without having to, since I'm not here all the time for your core workout, I am noticing that I'm still thinning out in my core, in my back area, just from, not doing that, just from doing everything else. So.
What's your least favorite?
Oh my God! It's a cross between arms and abs. That shit is hard as fuck. Excuse me. Yes, it's hard AF. I cannot tell you which one I would choose over the other one. Because the day I do core would be the day that I'm like, fuck this shit. And then the day that I do, I don't know, I don't know what part of the arm, but it's one part where I can't do shit. And I always have to keep the weight low, and it's frustrating, but there's a process. And what everybody says, trust the process.
That's pretty much it.
And I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm so proud of you. And I thank God for running in here today. Like I said, I normally go to Hoover, but it's just, I wanted to do more and try to, but all the stuff that I was doing and trying to figure out how can I not put myself back on the back burner and try to strategically make every minute count. I'm just 2 days a week. I'm here, and then the other days, and I take my kids to dance class there, and it just worked out. So,
I appreciate you.
It's my pleasure.
Get your workout in.
All right, let's go.